Hey everyone, I'm Brian Huff, sales trainer with 5 Star Bath Solutions. I want to take a minute and talk about using the 3D Configurator. This is a tool on your iPad you'll use to create a 3D image of the project that the customer has in mind. So this is what's bringing their vision to light, really, so they can see in reality what up to this point has really only been in their mind. So as you design this project with them and really draw out what it is that they want, right? There are 2 ways to get to the 3D image configurator. One is through the Engage app. The Engage app is this one right here, Engage. So if we go to Engage and you are already in your presentation, when you're in the house, you've gone through the entire slideshow. You're towards the end here. You've talked about all the different products. You're already on this slide. So you can see where it says 3D Designer here, the blue button on the bottom. You can get to it here. Now you have your alcove or corner shower there. The very next page is just the 3D Designer entrance here. And then you can also access the 3D Designer through One-Click Contractor. That's where you create estimates. So that'll either be in Chrome or in Safari. But you'll see when you're in One-Click Contractor and you are at your test customer, you'll see here on the left, it says Design Tools. So you actually can enter from there and get to the configurator from here. I feel like there are less issues if you just go directly from Engage, but you do you and do what works. I'm just usually here in the home with the customer anyway, so it's easy for me just to click 3D Designer. So most of what you'll be doing is probably an alcove, tub and shower. So we'll take a look at that real quick. Now you'll see on the left, we have these different headers: room, base, smart choice walls, faucets, all these. Okay, let's just start from the top. Tap room, and you'll notice you have some things come up here like wainscoting. You'll see I tapped it, and now wainscoting magically appears on the walls. We can invert the orientation, and what you want to do is make this space look as close to reality as it will in the home as possible. So let's say your shower head isn't on the left. In reality, it's on the right. We can invert the orientation and put that shower head where it'll go, right? If the walls are full, we always generally want to go up to the ceiling with our walls. If for some reason, maybe the customer doesn't want them to go all the way up to the top, we can select 3/4. Maybe they go 3/4 because there is an existing soffit that we're not removing. Well, guess what? You can put that soffit in there, show what the customer what that looks like. Okay, and you can manipulate this in a 3D effect with your fingers. You can zoom in and actually put yourself in the shower. Kind of cool. Zoom in on things, look around. Okay, so I'm just going to show you where to find everything and how to do this. Let's remove that soffit. Keep the walls full so it looks cool. If we click base, well, now here's where we have, if you tap tubs, you'll see now you have different types of tubs. We can match the central. We can keep it smooth. We can have an embossed tub. Okay. Do we have a deeper soaking tub? Well, maybe we do. Well, let's put that deeper soaker in there. Match the panel on the front, keep it smooth. I'm going to put a different color on here so it pops a little more for you. Let's use the Triton. We'll go back to that and show you in a minute. Shows up a little better online, I think. So here you can see the difference pretty well. If you have walk-in tubs at your facility, at your location, you definitely can show people what walk-in tubs look like. Now let's say it's not a tub. So we'll go down here to showers. You can see at the bottom of our bases header, we see showers. Let's open that. Now you'll see you have your different sizes, 60, 48, 36. We have a low profile roll-in shower that we could do. And I'm pretty sure most of the time, if it's a roll-in shower, it will always be white. I'll show you that in a minute. But let's say we have a standard 60 or a 48 or a 36 inch shower. You can see you've got your, it's about a 3.5 inch threshold to step over there. Customers always ask. Okay. Now, if you had a low profile, or if the customer just wanted a white base, even a 60-inch base, what you would do is open the wall color, the Smart Choice walls. Okay. And if they wanted a white base, just select white standard and apply that regular white to the floor by tapping shower floor. And now you've got your white base. Which leads me to, let's go ahead and choose a color, something that you can actually see. Let's go with Everest. So if I click Everest, you'll see we have regular Everest and where we can apply that. We can apply it to the walls, the floor, the ceiling panel, wainscoting, or all surfaces. I'll just press all surfaces, and everything that I've selected has been covered in that color. So if I needed wainscoting, I'd need to check that box up at the top for wainscoting. Now we have it. If I wanted, you'll notice here it says ceiling panel, but I don't have a ceiling panel in my picture. If I want a ceiling panel, I need to go down to accessories and select ceiling panel there. Okay. I'm going to go back to walls because we're not done here yet. So while this is fairly user-friendly, there are some little idiosyncrasies like that that you do need to be aware of. So what I want to show you are some of the cool things you can do with the wall colors here. Like we're in Everest, right? So you'll see we've got our regular, just full panel here, beautiful. And then you'll see the Sim 2x2 over here next to it. That means that's a simulated 2x2 tile. And if I select it, you'll notice I can only apply that to the shower floor. So let's select shower floor, and now you'll see our shower base has that cool 2x2 simulated tile. But I forgot, I don't have a roll-in base. There we go. Fix the base. Pretty cool. Customers like that look, that mosaic tile look. Pretty awesome. So let's go back to Smart Choice walls. I'll show you one more thing. Some of these colors have an accent option available. Accent trim, if we tap that, now we see we do have some options for these. You'll see if I click the different options here, it shows up here on the wall. Personally, not a fan, but it's not my shower. But just so you know where these are, there's also another cool thing I want to show you. Let's go down here to white pearl. Not every color has these options, but white pearl, we can certainly do the regular solid option. There's you'll see here, simulated 3x6 subway tile we can put on the walls and the wainscoting. If I zoom in, you can see what that looks like. Customers kind of like that. We have also, I don't know, some people say it looks a little more classy, whatever that means, a 10 by 20 tile. So let's put that on the walls and the wainscoting and zoom in, and you can kind of see the difference there. So nice to have some options. Show the customers those. We'll put the 2 by 2 mosaic tile floor in there. Pretty snazzy, as the kids say. And then if we continue down the headers over here on the left, let's check out our faucets. We've got the rainfall faucet, which honestly doesn't look great in the picture, but that's it. Much cooler in real life. Our most popular option would be, now it's called the Sailor Intuitions, but it's essentially the same in the picture as the Linden was. It's a 2-in-1 faucet where the handheld wand comes out of a cradle. We can add a slide bar in the picture, as you see on the right or left. We have different colors for the metal. So either chrome or brushed nickel, oil rubbed bronze, matte black. Nice to be able to show people the differences. And if we keep going down the headers to accessories, you'll see we have shelves. We can put up to 3 in each corner. We can make those either matching central shelves or the metal shelves with the graded feature. And if they're metal, of course, they'll match. All the metal would match. Grab bars, again, matching metal. We can put 3 grab bars in here in the configurator. Now, I will say there are some limitations with the configurator. If, I don't know, if they wanted 6 grab bars in there and they want one hanging from the ceiling, we can put however many they want. However, we are just limited to the software. And I would tell someone that, we could definitely put monkey bars up here if you want. It's your house. This is America. You can do whatever you want to do. You have that freedom. I just can't show you in this configurator what that would look like. Same with this soap dish wall. If there's a window, we'll say, and they wanted a soap niche on the soap dish wall and a grab bar, we can't show them everything. In real life, we could certainly do that. So seating, we can actually show them the seating, whether it's a shower chair, the bench, the corner seat for our corner-shaped customers, shave step. We can put one of those in there. Metal shave bar, which seems like it would be uncomfortable, but it's not my house. If they like the look of ceiling trim, we could certainly show them what that looks like. Right. And then on the inner wall, we've got some options. For instance, their window. If there's a window in the shower, we want to show them, here's what it would look like. Kind of looks like we're installing a TV. And here's what I was talking about. We can't show them a soap dish and a bar and a window. We could show them a niche and a window. Okay. Custom niches, things like that. Now, if we keep going down to shower enclosure, if you click shower enclosure and you see nothing but black over here on the left, like what happened to me, just pull down and it should populate. So we have doors, we have curtains. Okay. For doors, we can show them what the bypass doors look like. The swinging hinge panel, barn style. And notice all the matching metal. Let's go back to our bypass. And with some of these, you'll have the option to show them the different obscured patterns, whether it's uh, rainfall or obscured like that, or just clear. You can open the doors and show them what that looks like, open, closed. Change the metal finish. So all of the metal should change. Um, we're not painting, but I think it looks a little better if you can put some kind of a color on the wall. That way it's not as just so much white in the space. We're not installing acrylic, so there's really no need to check that out. One thing you can show customers, there are 4 different flooring colors. Not that you're necessarily selling these floors, but if you do have other floors, I would recommend having a sample of whatever flooring you're using, but you can at least show them some differences with different colors so they get a good idea of what's what. So there's that. If you want to remove this panel over here on the left, just tap the hamburger here, the 3 lines, and then you have a full screen version. And then I think it's easy to take a snapshot of your finished project. That way it's right there in your photo album, easier to flip-flop between a couple different pictures. If they can't make their mind up between a couple colors, say this is white pearl, maybe they also liked the Triton, we'll put that color everywhere. Okay, cool. Let's take a screenshot of that, and then you can flip between the 2 screenshots. That's essentially how to use the 3D configurator. And I know someone's going to call and say, Brian, I can't figure out how to get the doors. Well, the first thing I will ask you is, did you click roll in, low profile roll in base? Because if you did, then there will be no doors available to you, because we cannot install doors on a low profile roll in shower. Kind of defeats the purpose of the roll in base. So make sure you go back to base and deselect the roll in option. And then when you go back to shower enclosures, you'll see your doors magically appear. All right, everybody, that's how to use the configurator. Now you'll notice another limitation is a California bath. We can't show someone a California bath, but what you can do is you could show them this room with a tub for a base and make this how they want it. I would say probably with outdoors. So you can show them what the tub would look like separately from the shower. So let's take our doors off. And so here's what their tub would look like. Perhaps it'd be a lot plainer than that, I would imagine. But then take a snapshot of that, and then you can go to the Neo shower or corner shower and show them what the shower portion would look like next to it, maybe with maybe with a knee wall, because your tub would be right here, right? So that's kind of a neat way to get around that. We'll put the Triton everywhere so it matches. There we go. So you'd have the tub you just built here, and then the adjacent shower for the California bath and shower combos. All right, that's everything I got. You can also save these for some as presets down at the bottom. You can name them. I don't use this very often because like I say, once you get the hang of this, it only takes 90 seconds to create it with a customer. So there you go. That's how to use the 3D configurator. Have fun with it, play around with it. Once you do it for 10 minutes, you'll be able to teach a tutorial video yourself. So, all right, have fun. We'll talk to you later.